just cosine of x. Easier than what we were doing earlier? Plug in the x squared. We get x squared to the third times what? 2x, right? The derivative of the limit. Minus 1 to the third times 0. That part goes away. And here we're left with 2x to the power to a power. You multiply the powers, okay? Don't add them. You're going to have that answer choice where it's going to have a 6 in the exponent. You're going to get it wrong. Right? So be careful. 3 times 2 is 6, plus that 1 makes it to 7. Alright, and the last one. Let's get the derivative of that integral. So 6 times the square root of x squared times 2x, right? Minus 6 square root of 1 times 0. The part goes away. We should be left with 12x squared. Cool? So is it safe to say that when one of the limits is a constant, we can ignore that part?
Yes.
We can forget about plugging in that constant and multiplying by 0. Can we? To save ourselves some time? When it's on the top? What if it's not on the top? It would be negative, right? Okay, can I make it be on the top using some of the properties of integrals?
Yeah.
Right? What would that equal if I were to do the integral from b to a of f of x? So that would be negative the integral from a to b of f of x, right? So we can flip them by just adding a negative to my function, right? And then working it out. So that's a way of saving some time. Okay. Good? So down here at the bottom, let's put that little note. So if capital F of x is equal to the integral from a to b, actually let's not put b, let's put g of x. From a to g of x, okay, some function. A little f of t dt, where a is a constant. Then we can say capital F prime of x is equal to little f of g of x, plus whatever it is there, times what? G prime of x. And we can forget about the other part because we know the other part is going to be just what? 0. Okay, it's just about noticing particular patterns. Good? So try out the next 3 and let's see how fast you can do it. We'll stop there. Okay? So are we going from a constant to something with variable? Yes? We can forget about that bottom part. They want us to find the derivative of this integral. So let's do it. F prime of x, plug in the top limit. Square root of 2 minus parentheses 2x squared times the derivative of that top limit. What would the derivative of 2x be? 2. Alright, we're done. So what's my answer? 2 square root of 2 minus 4x squared. Bam, that's the derivative of that. Papitas? 2x times 2x, that's 4x squared, right? Try the next one. What's the problem there?
Please excuse this interruption. We just wanted to let all the students know that there will be a Spirit bus traveling to Roma, Texas tomorrow for the big soccer game. We would like all students, if they
Go sign up.
can, please to come to the front office and pick up their permission forms. They are due no later than 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thank you.
What's the problem on this one, guys? The variable parts on the bottom, can we fix that? Yeah, we can fix that, right? So we can switch them as long as we do what to the integral? We can negate it, right? So now we're going from negative. What? Sounds funny to negate something? Okay, interesting. So I'm negating the integral and I'm switching the limits. Cool? So now let's do it. Plug in the top one. So we're gonna get negative, right? E to the cosine of x times the derivative of that x squared. Two x? Okay. That's a tough one. So what do we end up with here? Negative 2x times e to the cosine. Cool? Easy? Try the last one. Oh, and I forgot to denote it as g prime, right? I'm sorry. H prime of x here. This one's ready to go. Plug it in. What do we get? Cosine of x, the whole thing squared, times the derivative of that upper limit. What's the derivative of cosine? Negative sine. Oh, gotta switch our minds. Okay. What do we finish with here? Negative cosine squared x times sine. Super easy? Yes?
Yeah.
Do you understand that if both of them had variables, you would have to continue and do the other part, okay? But for the most part on the AP test, it's always from a constant to a variable. Don't panic if they switch them on you, right? Huh?
Oh, really?
What? Oh, I just put an X here.
Yeah, I
I'm
was.
sorry.
I was like, yeah, I got it.
Yes, it's negative e to the cosine of x squared. Sorry. Okay? Yes? Alright. So your assignment is only going to be the first 6 problems. We're going to stop there. Okay? And we have about 6 minutes, so you might be able to finish right now before you leave. If it takes you a minute per question.
Well, unless you do the other one. You know that one, right? Do I know? You know, we put in there the one. Actually done this weekend.
Make sure you go to mine.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so really quick, just to wrap it up, when is it that we use the second fundamental theorem of calculus? When we're looking for the derivative of a integral, right? And one of the limits of integration is a what? Is a variable, okay? How do we apply it? What do we do with the limit? Plug it in, times the derivative of that limit. Minus, plug in the other one, times the derivative of that other limit. Easy?
Yeah.
Alright, get her done.
Mr. Licori, you know Mr. Sai?